Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 5 of Radon. So we're back. I've been doing a bunch of things, so I'll try and show you a few of those in just a second. But first things first, I realized that my favorite book has been misplaced, so I need to order a new one from the store. So that's what I'm going to do right now. We're going to go, and I'm going to take a cut, and we're going to go to the bookstore, and we're going to order that store, and hopefully it can be delivered for us soon. Yeah. And then when we get our book, we'll take it and we'll put it in the brand new library which we've built. What? Huh? What the? Where did this come from? What? Okay, so there's a mysterious ship that's appeared in our little harbor town now. Okay, well, let's have a look at this thing. Let's see. Okay, it looks pretty empty. Wonder who piloted the ship here. They seem to have vanished now. I don't know if there's any clues around here anywhere about where this might have come from. Let's see. No, nothing in there. Nothing in there. What about in here? That's a little strange. Doesn't seem like a material that would float especially well. Is there anything? Yeah, you didn't see that. You didn't see that at all. No. Oh, we know what this is. And yet I'm kind of compelled to go through it. Let's do it. Oh, yeah, this is definitely the Nether. I remember this. Bad things happened to us the last time we were in the Nether. Oh, this is... In fact, we should... No. The nanites are going to spot us. We need to get out of here. We don't have any kind of protection. We're super exposed. Oh, that guy there looks like he's hanging from something. Oh, maybe it's just vines. It just looks like someone who's who's hanging from the ceiling there. Let's get out of here. We need to get prepared before we come back to this place. Oh, we made it back safe and sound. Let's check. Yeah, we're all in one piece, it looks like, more or less. Okay, that's good. I don't know what made me go through there. I really should have known better. Okay, well, maybe it was because we had this book on us. Maybe that's what was causing us to do terrible things and make poor decisions. Poor life. Hey. No. Bad Guardian. Why can't I hit that guy? Is that seriously lag? There we go. Get back here. No! Got him. Ha. Okay. Right, now as I was saying, before we got distracted by this thing, I've been doing a load of work, so you may have seen these kind of ember relays all over the place. Well, I'll show you where they lead to later. But this is the endpoint right here. They lead to this copper cell, and we've got like an ember dial on the front, so you can see that this one is full, and receptor, this is where it all ends up. I heard you. Maybe we shouldn't be doing this at night. Oh well, let's live dangerously. It's more exciting that way. Yeah, so it comes to here, and I might put a partition. I know I said I might have this all as one big room, but I don't know if I'm going to need all that space. But I think we'll set up some of the ember machines in here, because I really want to start processing my ores and metals and stuff, and I think we can do that in a cool way using embers. But up top, I also built a library. So now we've got a place. So this is one of those. Was this the first floor? I've kind of lost track. I think this is the first floor. Kind of partitioned this off. I said I might do that. And we've got this, I think it's kind of cozy looking bookstore with the shelves, all our materials for enchanting. This lets us do max level enchants, an anvil, and a bookcase with, oh, this one's just full of books. This one's got some of the enchanted books we've got left over. And this one has got our manuals and things. Oh no! Oh, it won't let me put it in the, it won't let me put it in there. Huh, I guess we're kind of stuck carrying this one then. Well, let's put it in our backpack just to be safe. Oh, I actually had to make a new one of these. I had an issue where I was mining and I dug a block that apparently let me dig it, and that block was instead of bedrock, and I was still moving forward at the time, and I kind of fell out of the world, and well, like, my grave survived and kept most of my tools and stuff, but my backpack was gone, so I had to go and raid another couple of villages. I had to get more books just to build these things, because of course, I had all that stuff in my backpack. And I lost some other things, like I lost that useless pick from, I keep forgetting the name of it, Astral Sorcery, that's it. I lost that pick, but I wasn't planning on using it anyway, so I've had to remake a few bits and pieces. Thankfully, I had the Ancient Codex in my actual inventory, so I didn't lose that. I've made a couple of extra backpacks, just because I was sick of them getting full so quickly, a foresting one for all of our wood and stuff, although it turns out when you use the diamond axe, which I added magnetic to, by the way, the magnetic doesn't put it into the backpack, it puts it in your inventory, so a little bit pointless having this, but oh well. And I also made this apiarist backpack because I was getting too many bees, they were taking up a lot of space, so now we can get more of those as well. Let's just pop that on the shelf. But yeah, I don't know what to do now. I mean, I was going to go and work on that embers setup right there, but I kind of feel like we should do something with this ship as well. I mean, for starters, someone has just left it here. I can't even see an anchor on it, and it's not moored to anything. So I think maybe, yeah, I'll do that first. We'll make sure this thing doesn't drift away. I'm going to build a little bit of a dock around this. So let me take a cut, and I'll be back in just a bit. There we go. Okay, so this feels a little bit better now. It's sort of tied up against this dock, so it shouldn't float away. I've been doing a little bit of reading, and I think this is a Carrack. It's like a four-masted ship, so it's used for exploring and trading and stuff like that. So I have a theory. That bird again? That's unreal. I have a theory. I think the owners of this ship must have come from that horrible, terrible place that we discovered through that portal there, the Nether. And I think they must have come exploring to this world, and I think they must have left this ship here so that we have a way of connecting to their world and trading through it. That's why it's a trade ship, and that's why it's in the dock. You see what we did there? Yeah, okay, give me a break, I'm tired. But yeah, we've got the dock, it sort of butts up against the dock here. We've got some fences. Oh, I've got that turned on still, checking out the light levels. Some fences here so we don't fall in the water. Kind of finished this off. I edged the docks a little bit here so we can walk along here. I was just thinking, what do we want to do next? I definitely want to get that going this episode, the embers stuff. But I also want to go and make good on the other side of that portal, kind of secure it, and get our hub sorted on the other side, our trading hub, so that we can create our connections to other places in the world. And to do that, I have a theory. So this armor we're wearing right now, what? Oh yeah, it's the mud armor. So I've stuck this back on again. You probably heard the annoying hissing noise. And that's because this ruby armor is sitting here on this armor stand, right? And look at it. Look at it. How can we not draw attention to ourselves wearing armor like that? It's ridiculous, right? It's like all like red and sparkly. So I think this stuff, if we wear this stuff, it kind of blends in a little bit better. I think we'll probably be safe from tiny eyes while we're in the Nether. So I'm gonna wear this while we're working over there. So I might actually try and enchant this armor too, and that means I need to go and get a whole bunch of experience. So I'm going to do that, and I'll cut back into the library, and we'll see what enchants we get on this stuff. Okay, let's see what we get here. So I've got my mud mask, all my camouflaging mud armor. I got my lapis, and I got a whole bunch of levels from the skeleton farm, and I stockpiled a few of these solidified experience. So let's see what we get here. Lapis goes in, protection 3 or multiple 1. Yeah, I haven't had much joy with that. It seemed a little bit rubbish. Protection 3. Honestly, I think the best thing on there is the unbreaking. Anything else? Yeah, there you go. Depth Strider 3. I'll take that on some boots. Would have been nice to get some whatchamacallit, feather falling, but I will take that for sure. Let's see, so we got the helmet. Legs have got unbreaking as well, and protection 3. Let's roll the dice here on the helmet. Just unbreaking. Okay, that's a shame. Protection 4 on the legs, protection 4 on the chest. Okay, that's a good couple right there. Let's just get up to level 30. Yeah. Oh, right, lapis. Just protection 4. Okay. This is going to be protection 4 again, so if we get these levels up. I'm having issues with my headset at the moment. Obviously, I have an external microphone, but I use my headset so I can hear what's going on and hear the game without it affecting the microphone, right? And one of the ear pad things has just fallen off and is dangling by a thread from the main thing, and I've managed to like pop it in. Just protection 4. Dang it! I managed to pop it back into where it fell out from. But it keeps popping back out again because the casing's like cracked, and that has never happened to me before. And I don't know if you guys have ever watched Etho's videos. She's obviously one of the big inspirations for the stuff I've been recording. But he went through a phase where he went through like a whole bunch of headsets, just and they kept breaking, and I was always like, how are you doing that? I've never had one break before. I think possibly when I'm recording, I'm like constantly sticking the headphones on, taking them off, sticking them on, taking them off. So it might be because of that. I don't know. They're broken anyway, and I'm probably not going to be getting any new ones in the near future. So I'm just going to have to live with it. But yes, we have got our armor. I guess that makes it a little less subtle with the shining purple effects, but it's still better than that glowing red stuff over there. I think we're gonna be relatively safe when we get to the Nether. So I'm going to jump over there. You know what? Let's grab some obsidian so we can make a new portal. I'm gonna get some materials together. I think I'm gonna go over and try and construct a little structure so that we're safe when we get out the other side there. I'll see you guys in just a second. Yeah, our trusty mud mask armor seems to have done the trick. We haven't been attacked once whilst we've been here in the Nether, but I've built this sort of hub here. So let's get out of there so I can see what I'm doing. Nothing too fancy. You've seen these a million times before. It's kind of vanilla, but still one of the most effective ways I know of getting things long distances in Minecraft, honestly. This portal here, I used it to... I replaced the one that spawned originally, which was way down this ladder here. I replaced that with this one. I like having a 3x3 in case I want to get things like horses through, etc. I know you can fit them through the other ones. I think it's symmetrical. You could build with odd numbers if you use this in the center of your builds because it's 3x3. I don't know, it's just easier to get stuff through as well. So this is kind of the centerpiece of the room, and then in each cardinal direction we've got these kind of recessed areas which I could just dig out and have a nice big long tunnel, and again big enough for a horse, so I can use I want to get the horse home, basically. I want to get it home, and then I want to be able to use it in these, like to get from A to B long distances very, very quickly. I know we can use those teleportation ruins. I've only found, I think, one of those, possibly two, but I can't remember if that was in a creative world or in this one. So, if I can find some in some good locations, sure, but otherwise I think we're probably going to be using, like, horses for traveling around for a little bit longer. And honestly, even though I've made these, I think the first thing I'm going to do is dig this out like this and start heading in like a diagonal direction so I can go to where the astral sorcery setup is. I might work on that a little bit in the near future. Get it set up, but certainly that's where the horse is, so I need to get the horse home. But what I didn't realize when I came here is how different the Nether is in this pack. So, lively netherrack, gloomy netherrack, that's just two of the types. I think there's 4. Each one of those corresponds to a biome, so we're kind of overlapping 2 different biomes here. And it's kind of cool. If we go down, I can probably show you... Oh, I've got the red X's everywhere again. Sorry, I was looking at the light levels. Hopefully you can actually see this. This is the biome that has like mushrooms everywhere. You can kind of use those for different potion effects, I think. But of course, this is the one with the least amount of quartz in it, apparently. But yeah, cool little terrain over here. All those mushrooms, some glowstone there. Don't know if you can sort of see on the map, but it looks like there's a lot of lava around there somewhere too. It's probably above us. If I keep going further down, I think you can get a better look towards the bottom here. Yeah, the lava must have been above us. I don't know what the deal is with that. That thing I thought was like a person hanging, because I thought those were like 2 little feet. It's actually some kind of plant, so we could try and collect that too. In fact, there's not much around, is there? I've got blocks to burn. Let's try and get one of these. Apparently it's a bit like a chorus fruit. So let's see if we can... Yeah, okay. I have to use the axe, so it might actually put it straight into my inventory. Yeah, it did. Enoki mushroom cap. What are you used for? Doesn't tell me. But yeah, NetherX, that's the mod that does all of this stuff. That's weird. Do I have to break that by... Huh. Who knows? But yeah, so I think we'll have to do some exploring in the Nether at some point. It's really, really cool. I want to see all this stuff. There's like an ice... kind of like hell frozen over biome, right? I think that's kind of cool. And I was watching one of Esk's videos, and he was having trouble getting netherrack to grow, and apparently it's because of this mod. You need to get some like buckets of some weird essence from that ice biome before you can grow nether warts. So we're going to need to explore and find that too. Yeah, we'll come back to this later. This is literally where the nether portal was originally. So like I said, we've moved it up to the top there now. What else? Yeah, I used these kind of slate blocks because they had half slabs and I wanted a slab floor so nothing spawns in it, and surprises me when I'm when I'm coming into the Nether. I had that issue with Landstrider's pack. There are all these like terrible things waiting for you on the other side of your Nether portal. So hopefully this will be a little bit safer. We'll find out. It's fairly well lit here, a bit brighter. Yeah, I think I'm gonna head back through to our Nether ship, which has arrived, our portal to the other worlds. Boom. Yep, there we go. And I've preemptively blocked this off, so when I get the horse out, I can actually have a way of getting it out into the water there. I kind of want to get some livestock back to our kind of growing village port town thingamajigger here as well. So I want to get some rabbits, just because I've never done anything with rabbits before. I think it'd be fun to use them in a build. And also we've got our little piggies here who are multiplying over time. It seems like there's loads of them. And I want to get some cows back so we have a source of leather and steak too. But I think the next thing we're gonna do, I'll go get this stuff together and we'll work on this embers mod a little bit. I can't remember if I mentioned that I actually found some spruce saplings. I got some jungle ones as well. They were from some of those roots too. Not really dungeons, but like pre-generated structures. So we've got that. And I think we are just about good to go here. You can kind of see what's going on here. We've got our ember coming from down where we've been mining. And it kind of follows through these kind of pillars, gets rooted around through the dock area and up into the attic of the house there, the shop, the boulevard. I don't know what we're going to call that place. I think, what did I call it in my saves? I've got shops and warehouse A. Planning on making more than one variant on this. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, going up to the roof of that, to the attic of that now. I used to have the... like that copper cell in the wall here, but it just, there was not enough space in here. I had to create this like extra beam, which I don't like. I'm going to rip out and change back to how it was, so it's more like an extra shop down there. I've got another plan for what we're going to do in the basement, as long as I don't use this axe again to break these blocks. I did actually make a second one to replace... Oh. Yeah, that was weird. Sorry, having some strange lag issues at the moment with the recording. I don't know if it's because of those particles or what. Yeah, I made a second axe, and it had magnetic on it, nothing else. So I ended up just merging it with the other one again, so I'm back in the position of needing a new axe, but we'll get there. So if I've set this all up correctly, this is all that ember is going up to this copper cell here. And when I flick that lever, it should go into this copper cell here. We can see a dial on the back. It's going to start filling this one up. And these are set to send the ember to these two stampers. Well, actually, it's going to go to this melter first. And that's going to melt all of the ember. And then when we pull these levers, it'll either send it to the one with the plate mold in it, or to the one with the ingot mold in it. So I wanted to get this set up because we haven't had a way of processing our metals, or at least not of doubling our ores yet. And this, in theory, should do the trick. So fingers crossed. Let's flick this lever. Yeah, okay, so it goes to there. And then this copper cell splits it into the different places it's going to. So the two different stampers. This must be full already. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure that should be working already. So if this works, 1 iron ore, we should get 2 iron ingots out of this. So let's pull this, and it should pull the items out. It should go into the melter, and that should, we want to send it to the ingot stash. It's going to be this way. I am not convinced that this is working. No, okay, this is why I've got the hammer on me. This is why I've got the hammer. So we want to go to there from there. Interesting. Is it just not getting enough power? What if I switch these off? So they don't need to have power just yet. If I switch you and you off. See, there's like a splitter you can use as well. I wonder if it's blocked by something. There's a splitter you can make. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Now it's powering that. It just didn't have enough. Yeah, so I think the idea is to have this topped up and use it every so often, like chuck a bunch of metal in there and it'll process it for us. But yeah, I can't make the splitter yet because we need dawnstone, which is like an alloy, and we need to get a little bit further in embers for that. I also don't really know how I feel about the textures on these things, but like this is the actual machine itself, and so it matches with this caminite texture, but like it just looks really busy to me, and I spent ages messing around with this, trying to get it to look halfway decent. This is the best I could do. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Is this finished processing yet? No. No, something's not working here either. Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. Figured it out. There's a piece of cobblestone stuck in the melter, so obviously that wasn't working. So we ended up with 2 iron ingots from that. Let's see if I can show you again. So iron ore goes in, goes down, gets melted, should end up in here, and you should start to see, hopefully in a second, the iron, like the liquid iron going into the stamp base. Yeah, like that. And then when it fills up, stamper comes down, stamps it, and it goes into the small storage crate. So for now, I think that's going to be good enough for us. I can just shove all the ores and stuff in there and it'll process it. I probably only need the bottom one and that one for now to be getting charged. But where this is, the little door here, if this opens up, I could break through these archaic bricks. I can mess around with this piping. I was thinking of maybe getting the items to pump into a storage drawers network and just have it kind of in this area so we can see all the different metals we've got. And I won't need as many plates, so that I think I will keep just going into this storage crate here. But that's going to happily process all of our metals. And where that's coming from, because I keep saying I'll show you guys, I really love this like trail of particles as it flies around the base. It took a while to kind of get it to root properly, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but up at the top there's a couple of places where, because the angles are too tight, it just kind of cuts through blocks, which is annoying. I'll have to try and work on that over time. But if we follow this around, let's get a bit of a move on here. It comes all the way through, right from the bottom of our mine shaft. Got a whole bunch of these relays. I don't think I needed all of these. It seems to go quite far without them, but I wanted to have like this spiral up and down kind of effect. Like circling around the stairwell here. Let's go. Yeah, right down to the bottom. Okay, and so I kind of spent a little bit of time on this. These were those edge blocks, these I can't make these yet, but I kind of found them in an underground, while I was caving and I was looking for those shards for astral sorcery. So I kind of picked those up. I decided I might as well just use them down here. And we've got this pressure refinery, which is kind of like the second tier of ember processing. You can see it's got quite a lot of embers stored in there already. And you basically put it on top of metal blocks. I put it on top of a block of copper, surround it by lava, so presumably that's supposed to make the copper hot and help it process the ember or something like that. And you also have to feed it with water, so I've literally just got an aqueous accumulator here pumping water into the pressure refinery. Just because it was the only way I could think of getting like an automatic, like an infinite water source, and it doesn't require RF, so for now I think we'll get away with using that one. And then here is this kind of like mining machine. I don't know if we can see what it's called. I've forgotten, but this is the Ember Core Miner or whatever. You set it up on bedrock and it digs away and it gets a bunch of ember shards for you. So I've basically got it set up so that it automatically feeds into this pressure refinery here, and we've got that extra buffer for when we need it. Yeah, and I can kind of move this around if I need to. This is all still a mess. I've pretty much just been clearing space. I guess I haven't shown you guys where I've been mining, really, have I? Mostly because it's hideous. There's like a lava lake up there, which is where I've been getting lava for the other furnaces. Started digging down there for some actual mining. Like over here, we've got some bauxite ore, which is aluminum, I believe. Aluminium, depending on where you're from. And a bit further this way, this is where I dug through and fell into the abyss. Because these blocks were, it wasn't quite these ones, I've filled it in since then, but we cut through this kind of future pack, like dungeon. And yeah, I didn't realize it was going to let me break through the bedrock. Am I going to be able to do this while we're here? Because this is another cool thing I found right here. Bedrock ore, resonating ore. So I think they've done this to taunt me. This is, I think, the third bedrock resonating ore I have found. And I haven't seen iron or anything like that. And I think it's because we said a little bit too loudly that we didn't want to use RF. So I think the nanites are actually taunting us a little bit there. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for this episode. We've made quite a bit of progress. We've got some ore processing going. I need to bring some fuel down for that ember miner thingamajigger there, and get that going again. But I think between episodes I'm going to process all of the ores that we've got, get them all doubled. And I think next episode we might try and get our food situation sorted. So we've done it roughly. We've got those little basic farms over there, but I think it's time we got into something a little bit more advanced. So goodbye for now, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Run! And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.